Hey y'all, hey, Ace here again with your weekly MTV Challenge Battle of the Exes recap. Please tell me you all checked out last night's episode. It was drama-filled, just the way we like it. I know I watched it, and I feel sorry for you if you didn't. So let's get into it. At the start of the episode, Jasmine is talking mad shit to Naomi about Tyree, about how she doesn't want anything to do with him, about how it sucks that she was stuck on a team with him because all they did was kiss once, and she can't stand him, and blah 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 blah. She doesn't shut up. Meanwhile, Tyree is standing on the balcony above, just listening to everything that they're saying. And I thought it was funny, then he starts stretching. It's like stretching it out up there. Like he's about to go down there and kick her ass. So eventually they start battling it out. Tyree goes off. He says, "Kiss my ass." He pulls down his pants like any of us needed to see that. Jasmine punches him, and I hope these two go home soon. They're very annoying. Do you agree? Tell me in the comments if you agree. Moving on. The challenge last night was called Hook Up, where the teams had to work together to cross a series of beams in the air by using a giant metal hook to swing from one beam to the next beam. Piece of cake. Not really. Johnny and Camilla figured out the order that everybody would go in, and they chose my rookies, Dustin and Heather, to go first. Again, stop messing with my rookies, y'all. Damn. Anyway, my faves of this challenge had to be CT and DM. From arguing their strategy beforehand, and then he screams at her when she's up on the beam to hold on to his vest. Hold on to my vest! Now, this isn't my favorite quote of last night's show, but I can't help but repeat it. DM says back to him, screaming at her, "Here's a note. If you yell at me, I'm going to stop moving. If you piss me off, I'm not gonna do anything." So then they reach the max time for the challenge, and I think they only cleared 1 or 2 beams or something, and he then jumps off the beam, but not before telling her, "You didn't even fucking try." Holy shit. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Johnny and Camilla killed all 6 beams and made it look easy, like champs. My other rookies, Leroy and Naomi, didn't do so well, and it looks like they're gonna be in the bottom. They're going to the dome. See, this is hard for me to call the elimination round the dome because I'm from New Orleans, and if you're going to the dome, you're gonna have some fun, but not in this dome. Oh no, this is not the Superdome. Whole different thing. Anyway. Besides Johnny and Camilla doing really well, Sarah and Vinny surprisingly did very well, and so those 2 teams had to battle it out to see who would be the power couple, and Vinny and Sarah won. Whoa! So back at the house after the challenge, Sarah and Vinny are, talking to everybody, trying to see, who they're going to send into the dome with Leroy and Naomi. And while they were talking, I thought they said some funny things about Jasmine and Tyree, about their drama in the house and how they might as well send those 2 home because I think they said they were a dramatic disturbance and a hazard to the house. I agree. Moving on to my favorite part of the challenge, drinking and drama time. They all get to go out tonight to the club. And as they were leaving, I think Sarah said it best when she said that she hopes everything went okay when they went out because they're not exactly a well-behaved group. I think she's very right about that. When they get into the club, Leroy and Anissa are dancing in a way that made me want to close my eyes. I think I did actually close my eyes. My virgin eyes. I had to look away. Then Vinny, for whatever reason, rips Mandy's shirt off in the middle of the club. He's such a nice guy. So not cool, my friend. So not cool. So then they go home and Vinny and Sarah begin to start telling everybody who they're going to send into the dome. And Vinny starts going off on Wes and Mandy. And Vinny really annoys me. You know why? Because he's not even a real worlder or road ruler, okay? Anyways, Wes and Mandy get voted in after all, and Vinny is a douche. And I don't even really like Wes that much. He's not my favorite, but he's a challenge OG. You gotta respect your challenge OGs. Yo. So here's Vinny thinking he's all awesome, he won the challenge, he kicked Wes into the dome, he's awesome sauce, and then TJ Lavin shows up at the house to kick him out for ripping off Mandy's shirt in the club. In the club, in the club. Oh shit, you're an asshole. Bye-bye, Vinny. I hope we don't see you again on another challenge. But then I wasn't even thinking about Sarah. What the fuck happens to Sarah? If Vinny gets sent home, what happens to Sarah? It's so sad because then Sarah had to get kicked out because Vinny is an asshole. So I'm sorry, Sarah, it's sad to see you go, especially when you did good and you didn't even lose and you still had to go home. And you were so sad. I felt like crying. I didn't, but I felt like crying. That's what matters, right? Dear Vinny, you are a challenge ruiner. I don't like you. Love, Ace. So moving on to
the dome.
It's Leroy and Naomi against Wes and Mandy, and I'm going for the rookies. So basically they had to hold on to this X contraption thing and wrestle each other out of this circle in the sand on the ground. So basically it was just like you wrestle the other person until somebody gets out of the circle, and then that person wins the round, right? Okay. So for the first matchup, Leroy wins against Wes, and I think I screamed out loud. Rookie's doing awesome, makes me all happy and shit. So anyways, then Naomi goes up against Mandy and she loses, but she put up a good fight, and now they have to go head to head again to see who's the tiebreaker, right? So here goes Leroy and Wes again, and I am nervous. And Leroy wins! And I know that I really screamed when he won. I really screamed out loud in front of my TV. Yes! Kind of like that. Moving on to my favorite quote from last night's episode. It was a good one, and it came from Tyree when he was fighting with Jasmine. He's outside talking to Wes, telling Wes, I was trying to get my money. I ain't worried about your stanky booty ass. Oh, Tyree. So last night's challenge was really good. I'm so glad that the rookies won. I love when rookies win. So I want you to go down to the comments and I want you to tell me if you're happy with the outcome of last night's episode, if you wanted Wes and Mandy to win, or if you wanted Leroy and Naomi to win, and what you think about Sarah getting kicked off just because Vinny's a dick. Ace wants to know your thoughts. So I guess that's it for today for my challenge recap of episode 2. We have lots more episodes to come, so I hope you'll keep coming back here and watching my recaps and talking with me down in the comments, because you know, if you've left a comment before, it has been responded to. I respond to comments. I mean, how hard is it really? Check out all the links down in the description. Don't forget to do that because you're missing out on a bunch of awesome if you do. I have links down there to Heather Martyr and Dustin Zito's channel on YouTube where they make vlogs, and they're really funny and cute. You know, you love them. I love them. Go down there, subscribe to them, watch their vlogs. Leroy does an after show. I think it's on Ustream, and he does it every week after the episode airs on TV. Then you can go in there and live chat with him. So I'm going to put that link down there too. I have links to all the podcasts with members, cast members of the challenge, and also the links to MTV, the challenge, so that you can check out all the episodes. You can watch them all on MTV.com if you haven't seen them already, and you can check out photos and stills from the episodes and everything like that. Get your challenge on. Go down there and check all that out, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 3 of the challenge, Battle of the Exes recaps with Ace. And until then, peace out! Cover themselves in honey, walk back across the beam to their partner, their ex, for them to rub them down and get all the honey into this bucket.